Yo, step back in time, let's set the scene. We're talking about New France, 1600s dream. From the rivers to the land, the history's alive. Grab a canoe, it's time to dive. New France, the story begins. Explorers and settlers, they're diving in. From fur trade routes to the King's grand plan, this is how Canada's story began. It all started in 1534. Jacques Cartier sailed on his way. He met the St. Lawrence, mapped the land, claimed it for France with the flag in hand. Fast forward to 1608. Samuel de Champlain said, "This looks great." He built Quebec, a trading post, a French colony on the east coast. Fur was the focus, the beaver was gold. Europe loved hats, so the story's told. Indigenous allies helped them thrive. Wendat and French kept the trade alive. New France, the story begins. Explorers and settlers, they're diving in. From fur trade routes to the King's grand plan, this is how Canada's story began. In 1663, the King took control. New France became a royal stronghold. The King's daughters came to grow the population, with settlers building a brand new nation, farming the seigneurial's land to till. Life was hard, but they had the will. Rivers were highways, forests were vast. Trading and trapping, the fur boom cast. By 1713, the land was hot. France and Britain fought over the lot. The Treaty of Utrecht made some divides. France lost parts, but New France survived. Explorers went west, the fur trade grew. Fortresses like Louisbourg came into view, but Britain kept pushing, they wanted control. New France was caught in a tug-of-war role. New France, the story unfolds. Fur traders, farmers, and fortunes told. From Quebec to the west, the rivers ran. This is how Canada's story began. 1759, the Battle of the Plains. Quebec City fell, ending French reigns. In 1763, New France was done. The Treaty of Paris said Britain won, but the culture remains, it's still alive. French language and customs continue to thrive. New France laid roots deep in the ground, a legacy of history still all around. So now you know how it all went down. New France, the start of many towns. From fur trade riches to farms in the sun, Canada's story had just begun. New France, the story's not gone. Its spirit reels in the land we're on. From fur trade routes to the King's grand plan, this is how Canada's story began. Cartier to Champlain to Quebec we go. New France forever in the river's flow.